Yeah, I'm curious, Marshall, in terms of like how has the industry changed over the course of the years? How is it modernized? I mean, is a lot of the modernization, is that from the byproduct, using that to feed cattle, or I mean, just walk us through, yeah, the continuous improvement and modernization process of the peanut industry.
Well, I think the farming aspect of it has changed a lot. Obviously, with combines and tractors and pickers, it's made things a lot more efficient and quicker. We did just launch a product with a farmer. We did a single origin peanut with Elisha Barnes, who's a fourth generation peanut farmer, and he still shocks peanuts, which is drying, like putting them on stakes and drying them for 6 weeks in the field, and it's a very labor intensive process. And he said, back in the 60s when he was doing this, he remembers skipping school with everybody in the neighborhood and the community during the peanut harvest just to get peanuts harvested. Now you've got one farmer who can knock out acres a day and get them dug and then picked. So just the labor piece of it has improved to be able to have a lot more growth in the industry from a farming perspective. And then we're continuing to get more information on drought resistance and on things to keep pest out of the crop. That's the technology and science is always getting better for, a higher yield per acre. That's continuing to improve. And then where it's for us, we were a mail order business before the internet, obviously, before credit cards, before FedEx. We were like a direct to consumer business back in the 60s. But the internet has really changed the game now to where anyone can. I mean, we do private labels for companies that we're a co-manufacturer for. They put their name on a can and they can ship it all over the country. And it's, I think the way that you can present your business on the internet has really changed the game for everyone, not just us, but there's obviously always changes. I'm not sure if I'm answering the question the way you want, but I think just farming obviously has evolved, and then the way in which we are shipping product. I mean, I think I can't remember the stat, but it was like I'm not gonna make this up. I'm gonna need a fact check here, Gavin, but like 4% of food was sold online in 2019, and in 2020 it was like up to 10% or something. I definitely
all the things bought online. It was food.
Well, no, I'm saying food sales increased dramatically in 2020 because people were becoming more comfortable with shopping online and having food shipped to their homes.
Kind of had to in some cases too, right?
Yeah. And, I mean, it's interesting. Ag tech is definitely something that is becoming more and more prevalent and catching the ears of different VCs, VC firms, and angel investing. So it's interesting to see the advancements that are made.
Oh yeah.
You guys have made some interesting decisions recently. I'm interested in how you kind of figure out what's the next step, right? So someone asked, have you thought about peanut butter? You guys are bringing the chocolate aspect in-house. You guys built a retail component. Like, how do you look at these things and say, we think that's the thing that we should go after, even though it seems to be working without it or with it in this other kind of way? Like, how do you come to the conclusion that hopefully these decisions that you guys are making are the right ones?
I hope so too. Yeah.
Right.
Well, so the expansion, we recently purchased an old Farm Fresh building off of Highway 58 in Franklin. And it was a lot more space than we needed. We had been needing to expand since 07, 08, and we had plans in place to expand and build in Sedley, where our current operation is. But the economy tanked, obviously, in 07, 08. You lose a lot of corporate customers. There was a salmonella issue because of a peanut butter factory that killed some people. So the peanut industry took a big hit, as well as the financial crisis in 07, 08. And so we've known for a while that we've needed to expand, and we've been working with one of our partners to allow us to store some finished goods off site. But the Farm Fresh opportunity was perfect. We'd been continuing to look at plans, and when this happened, we jumped on the opportunity because it cost as much to buy that building as it would have to have built a third or even a fourth of the size of that building. So we took the whole, like the checkout area and the old Starbucks counter, and we turned that into our retail experience and retail space. We opened in September with the Hub's Vine. And then because we had a deli and a bakery, we had a kitchen, we had ton of equipment that we inherited from Farm Fresh. So it was a very minimal investment for us to have a cafe and a restaurant, in this space. And so now we've got about a 7,000 foot retail space with games. Like there's a shuffleboard and Battleship and cornhole, little putting area. And then just a great place for my daughter can go and get an ice cream cone. I can get a craft beer, a bottle of wine, and we can chill together and hang out. But the back end of that space, what we really needed was more shipping and warehousing. And so that we moved into that and shipped out of there this fall for the first time, which was great. A lot more space, a lot more room. And then we turned the old meat department and the old beer cooler, which was perfect because it was basically a large refrigerator. And we're going to put that and transform that into our enrobing operation, which is what you mentioned as far as the chocolate piece. So we're going to be kind of vertically integrating and bringing chocolate manufacturing back to Virginia and to our own facility here this fall. And so, there's been a lot of things that we knew that we needed to expand shipping, warehousing, and then we wanted to expand production because of the opportunity of what it was costing us to ship product to other locations and bring it back was pretty high. So we feel like we can be of service to this community and other Virginia suppliers to utilize our chocolate equipment now.
Is that something that you guys start saving for years before? Is that something that you guys, not to get into crazy financials or something like that, but like, is it something you just get a loan for? Is it something that you saved for? How do you financially figure out or put in the financial aspect of that into the decision making?
Well, sure. I mean, we've been fortunate to be a profitable company, and so we can retain some of our earnings. And then also because we've been a profitable, financially stable company, we were able to get good loans on equipments and on the building that we purchased. So we did take out loans, but we retained some earnings to put into that as well. So our family has invested, so to speak, some of our profits into our expansion, as well as just working with a bank on some pretty favorable rates, which has been great.
Very cool.
I've been directly involved within our entrepreneurial community for years. And the most common question I get is, Tim, I want to get involved, but I don't know what events I should attend. Well, Startwheel eliminates that pain point because we consolidate all the events you should attend into a single calendar. Now you'll be in the know and see where to spend your time. Gone is the need to search multiple websites and calendars. Just head to startwheel.org and see for yourself. That's startwheel.org.